Breaking news from the UK. On May 12, the British government dropped a major policy bomb. Foreign workers now need to live in Britain for 10 years before applying for permanent residency. Foreign workers now need to live in Britain for 10 years before applying for permanent residency. This isn't just for newcomers. If you've arrived since 2020, these new rules apply to you too. Now, they are calling this the Earned Settlement System, and that name tells you everything. Gone are the days when permanent residency came automatically. You'll need to prove you've made serious long-term contributions to Britain's economy, society, and public services. But wait, there are some exceptions. If you're a dependent of a UK citizen, like a spouse or child, or if you're a refugee who was granted asylum here, different rules apply. They are even creating special pathways for victims of domestic violence or human trafficking. The real game changer. A new points-based system that'll determine your eligibility. Just living in the UK won't cut it anymore. They'll be looking at how you've actively contributed to British society. Did you work in critical sectors like healthcare, education, or defence? Maybe you've got exceptional skills in science or tech. Volunteered in your community, proved your English fluency, these will all earn you points. Here's the good news for high achievers. If you rack up enough points, you could potentially get permanent residency in just 5 to 7 years instead of a decade. And yes, citizenship would follow after that. They are also revamping the life in the UK test to make it more practical, plus creating easier pathways for young people who grew up here but couldn't get citizenship. If you're under 25, you might even get reduced fees. Children born abroad to British parents will also see simpler registration processes. What's the bottom line? The UK is saying loud and clear, citizenship must be earned through social integration, qualifications, and meeting high standards. This white paper's going to spark some fierce debate in Parliament. And we might see this become law within 6 to 8 months. Though changes could still happen. Now I want to hear from you. What's your take on this earned citizenship approach? Is this a fair system, or is Britain putting too many hurdles in place? Drop your thoughts below.